This is a live look at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. Week 7 is underway in EA Sports College Football. We are ready for a terrific game. It's the Memphis Tigers and the NC State Wolfpack. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
So much good football in the Triangle, but one of the best stadiums in that area is Carter Finley Stadium. NC State gets it rocking. The red and black, 50,000 plus. This is one of the most fun places to watch a game in North Carolina. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here's Brown to begin the drive. There he goes. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The give to the back. Pull down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Quarterback changing the play. To the air, it's Bailey. Moves to his right. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's dropped after taking the hit.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Out wide right, it's Hawkins. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Out wide left, it's Parker. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Making the adjustment. Turns up, it's Hawkins. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Bailey. Fires to the right. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball, and right now that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make my subs? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy, but the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now on the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
In the backfield, it's Hayes. On the move at the 30. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got two of those on that one.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Well, this is an offense that prides themselves on running the football, and they do it a lot of different ways. Here we are in the first quarter. You're already seeing the option, and this is a quarterback who is so dangerous. When the defense allows him to keep the football, the defense has got to be sound with their assignments for the rest of this game.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Enough to move the chains. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the red zone, it's Taylor. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier? Get that tackle for loss? Wow.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. The run inside. It's Taylor. And they'll get nothing going on this one either, at least back to the line of scrimmage, but it is fourth down. Snapped on fourth 4th down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He goes down immediately, but boy, he knew where he was on the field, just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Right side, it's Hayes. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Motion from the wideout. The give is to Taylor. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Memphis. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And he's going to bring this one out. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Breaks into the open. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28. The Wolfpack, after that big play on the ground, might just run it until they stop it. Changing the routes with his receivers. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Out wide right, it's Brown. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Caught behind the line. It's Marsh. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no 1st down.
A give to Brown. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. This is a designed run. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Got to make the play on fourth. Converts on fourth down. Still going. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hawkins. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Looking downfield, it's Bailey. And he avoids the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Gonna look downfield again. Buying time to his right. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Motion from the back. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Flips it out in the flat. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
NC State now operating from the red zone. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Left side is Marsh. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Memphis calling for a timeout, their 1st of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on foot. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, you know, sometimes ball carriers just have to know when the fight is over. And this guy, he's trying to drive. He's low to the ground. He's doing everything he possibly can to get the 1st down. But, David, he got a little bit careless with that ball security there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm okay with it when it's 4th down. Like, 4th down and goal, and I got to reach that ball. 1st down, 2nd down, I can't fumble. But right there, if I'm stretching the ball and I'm trying to get it across that plane, so be it. I don't know if he was going to get it anyways, but big play by the defense, big stop. Now your offense gets to go right on the field.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Nolan. Rush right in his face. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. On play action. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the right. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with UAB taking on the Temple Owls.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
And And it's the Blazers in front against this heavyweight of an opponent today. It's early still, but this one has the potential to really shake up the rankings. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mountain West.
Memphis calls timeout. That's their first of 3. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Michael Hawkins. Out wide left, it's Hayes. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Follows his blocks. It's Covey. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
RPO complete. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. Now here's Michael Hawkins. Throws to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Trying to take it back. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Handoff for Brown. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Baker. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Left side, it's Marsh. Finds a crease at the 20. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And I don't know.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And I think this is the part of the field where your alert should go up. Like, the radar should go up. These touch passes, like, to get to the perimeter. You've got the middle really secure with bigger bodies and more people in the box. So, nice job by this defense, seeing the ball spit out wide to a playmaker, being ready for it, and getting him on the ground.
Running inside, it's Scott. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Wolfpack! That one will give them the lead.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Finds his man on the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's Covey. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Hawkins. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Handoff for Parker. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Fights off a defender. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The play fake. They're working that left side. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
3rd and long coming up. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Moves the pocket. It's Bailey. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! And now the lead is extended a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. Here comes the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game, and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
And when you're trailing by a couple possessions in the 4th quarter, you can't do much of this, much more. I mean, this offense has to find a way to attack the sidelines, the middle of the field, deep down the field. It can't be the little dink and dunk. This offense has got to find some explosive plays.
Got his man on the outside. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And obviously you're in a tough spot. Like, you're down a couple of possessions. The defense knows you're going to throw the football, so you can tell they're backed up. They're playing the pass, and the offense has to take the little stuff underneath. They've got to find a way to make explosive plays, even though the defense is playing conservative.
The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores.